There is a root used for over 2,000 years that most people today only associate with a sugary campfire treat. It was once reserved for royalty in ancient Egypt, not for its sweetness, but for its almost miraculous ability to soothe the internal fires of the body. Researchers are now discovering that this forgotten root contains a unique type of complex sugar that acts like a protective second skin for your digestive tract. If you've ever felt like your body isn't absorbing the nutrients from the healthy foods you eat, or if you struggle with that uncomfortable burning sensation after a meal, this might be the missing piece of your health puzzle. But before I tell you exactly what it is and how to use it, you need to understand why your gut lining is the most important gatekeeper of your health, especially as you cross the threshold of 50. Stick around, because number 14 on our list is an herb so potent that modern medicine is only just beginning to grasp its potential for cellular regeneration. As we move into our 50s, 60s, and beyond, our bodies undergo a subtle but profound shift. Our ability to produce digestive enzymes often begins to wane. The tight junctions in our intestinal lining, the microscopic Velcro that keeps toxins out and lets nutrients in, can start to loosen. This is often what practitioners call leaky gut, and it's a primary driver of the systemic inflammation that leads to joint stiffness, brain fog, and a lack of vitality. Our ancestors didn't have access to modern pharmacy shelves, yet they possessed a deep, intuitive understanding of the Earth's medicine cabinet. They knew that for every ailment, nature provided a corrective. By combining this ancient wisdom with what we now know through the lens of modern biology, we can take proactive steps to repair our bodies from the inside out. We aren't just looking for a temporary fix. We are looking to restore the foundational integrity of our systems. And that brings us to the first one on our list, the very root we mentioned earlier, and it might be the most surprising of all. Number 1 is marshmallow root, known scientifically as Alphea officinalis. Long before it was a puffy confection, the root of the marshmallow plant was a staple in European folk medicine. When you touch the inner bark of this root, it feels slippery, almost like a gel. This is due to its high mucilage content. Ancient Greeks used it to treat everything from skin sores to digestive upset. Modern science tells us that these mucilage polysaccharides don't just sit in your stomach, they actually coat the mucosal lining of the entire digestive tract. This provides a physical barrier that allows the delicate tissues of your gut to heal without being constantly irritated by stomach acid or undigested food particles. For those over 50, this can be a game changer for nutrient absorption. Think of it as applying a soothing salve to a sunburn, but on the inside of your body. You can easily find this as a tea or a cold infusion, which is often the best way to extract that healing mucilage. But while marshmallow root provides that physical shield, our next entry works on a much deeper chemical level. Number 2 is turmeric. Now, you've likely heard of turmeric, but most people use it incorrectly. This bright golden root, a cousin to ginger, has been the cornerstone of Ayurvedic medicine in India for over 4,000 years. Its primary active compound, curcumin, is a master regulator of inflammation. As we age, the NF-kappa B pathway, a major trigger for inflammation, can become overactive. Studies suggest that curcumin may help inhibit this pathway, providing relief not just to the gut, but to the joints and the heart as well.
The secret, however, is in the peppery detail. Curcumin is notoriously difficult for the body to absorb on its own. To truly unlock its benefits, you should always consume it with a pinch of black pepper. The piperine in black pepper has been shown to increase curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. Imagine the difference that makes in your systemic inflammation levels. It's the difference between a flickering candle and a powerhouse of recovery. Now, if you think that was impressive, wait until you hear about number 3, ginger. If turmeric is the master of inflammation, ginger is the master of movement. In traditional Chinese medicine, ginger is known as a warming herb that stokes the digestive fire. When we reach our 60s, our gastric emptying process, the speed at which food leaves the stomach, often slows down. This leads to bloating and that heavy, sluggish feeling after meals. Modern research confirms that gingerol, the pungent compound in ginger, stimulates the rhythmic contractions of the digestive muscles. By helping food move through the system more efficiently, ginger prevents the fermentation of food in the gut, which is a major cause of gas and discomfort. There is something incredibly grounding about the sharp, spicy scent of fresh ginger root being grated into a morning tea. It wakes up the senses and the digestive system simultaneously. This leads us to a root that is often misunderstood because it is so common. Number 4 is the dandelion root. Most people see the dandelion as a nuisance in their lawn, but to a traditional herbalist, it is a treasure. While the leaves are a powerful diuretic, the root is a premier liver tonic. Why does this matter for your gut? Because your liver produces bile, which is essential for breaking down fats and absorbing fat-soluble vitamins like A, D, E, and K, the very nutrients that keep your bones strong and your immune system sharp. Dandelion root contains bitter compounds that prime the liver and gallbladder. Furthermore, it is rich in inulin, a specialized type of prebiotic fiber. Inulin doesn't feed you, it feeds the beneficial bacteria in your microbiome. It's like providing high-quality fuel for the internal garden that keeps you healthy. But we are just scratching the surface. This next herb has been hiding in plain sight for centuries, often used as a simple culinary spice, but its benefits for the aging brain and gut are profound. Number 5 is rosemary. While not a root in the traditional sense, the oil from its leaves and the extracts from its woody stems contain rosmarinic acid. Ancient scholars used to wear garlands of rosemary to improve their memory. Today, research suggests that rosemary may help inhibit the breakdown of acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter vital for memory and focus. But the gut-brain connection is real. Rosemary also helps relax the smooth muscles of the digestive tract, which can be particularly helpful for those who carry their stress in their stomach. Just a small sprig of this fragrant herb, with its piney, earthy aroma, can transform a meal and your digestion. Now here's where things get really interesting. We're moving from the garden into the realm of the adaptogens. Number 6 is ashwagandha. This root has been used in India for millennia to provide the strength of a horse. For adults over 50, one of the biggest threats to gut health is actually stress. When we are stressed, our body produces cortisol. High cortisol levels can actually thin the gut lining and disrupt the microbiome. Ashwagandha is an adaptogen, meaning it helps your body adapt to stress. It works by balancing the hypothalamic pituitary adrenal axis. By lowering the stress response, ashwagandha indirectly protects the gut lining from stress-induced damage. It's a holistic approach. You heal the mind to protect the body.
The next one on our list is a bit of a hidden gem, often overlooked in favor of more famous herbs. Number 7 is slippery elm. Similar to marshmallow root, the inner bark of the slippery elm tree was a staple for Native American healers. When mixed with water, it creates a thick, soothing gruel. It was historically used as a survival food because it is so nutrient-dense and easy on the stomach. For someone dealing with more sensitive digestive issues, slippery elm provides a mucilage hug for the intestines. It's incredibly gentle, making it a favorite for those who find other supplements too harsh. The sensation of it coating a sore throat or an upset stomach is almost immediate. But the next one on our list has a compound so powerful that pharmaceutical companies have been trying to synthesize it for decades. Number 8 is milk thistle. While we usually think of milk thistle seeds, the active complex, silymarin, is the star here. As we age, our bodies have been exposed to decades of environmental toxins, processed foods, and medications. This takes a toll on the liver, the body's primary filtration system. Milk thistle is unique because it not only protects liver cells from toxins, but it may actually help stimulate protein synthesis to help the liver regenerate itself. A healthy liver means cleaner blood, and cleaner blood means less work for your immune system and a healthier environment for your gut. Speaking of the immune system, let's talk about number 9, astragalus. In traditional Chinese medicine, astragalus is known as huang qi, or the yellow leader. It is considered a premier tonic for wei qi, which is the protective energy that circulates just beneath the skin and the surface of the organs. Modern science looks at it through the lens of telomeres, the protective caps on the ends of our DNA. Some studies suggest that compounds in astragalus may support telomerase activity, the enzyme that maintains these caps. For the gut, astragalus is a powerful immunomodulator. Since 70% of your immune system resides in your gut, keeping those defenses balanced is key to preventing the leaky gut issues we discussed earlier. We've talked about physical barriers and immune defenses, but what about the king of bitters? Number 10 is andrographis. This herb is legendary in Ayurvedic and Thai medicine for its ability to clear heat. It is incredibly bitter, so bitter that it's often called the king of bitters. Why does bitterness matter? Our tongues have bitter receptors that, when activated, trigger a cascade of digestive secretions from the stomach to the pancreas. Andrographis is a powerhouse for supporting the immune system during seasonal shifts, but its role in gut health is its ability to help maintain a healthy balance of bacteria. It's like a natural reset button for your internal environment. Now, if you think that was impressive, wait until you hear about number 11, burdock root. This is a deep diving root that grows far into the earth, pulling up minerals that other plants can't reach.
In traditional herbalism, burdock is known as an alterative, meaning it gradually restores the proper function of the body and increases health and vitality. It is often used to clear up skin conditions, which herbalists believe are often just a reflection of what's happening in the gut. Burdock is rich in polyacetylenes, which have been studied for their antifungal and antibacterial properties. Adding burdock to a soup or a stir-fry provides a pleasant, crunchy texture and an earthy, nutty flavor that tells your body it's receiving something truly nourishing.
But there is another golden root you need to know about. Number 12 is Rhodiola rosea. Found in the cold, mountainous regions of Europe and Asia, rhodiola was used by Vikings to increase physical endurance and by Soviet cosmonauts to handle the stress of space travel. For the over 50 crowd, rhodiola is exceptional for addressing burnout. When you are exhausted, your digestion is often the first thing to suffer. Rhodiola helps support the body's energy production at a cellular level, specifically within the mitochondria. By boosting your overall energy, it ensures your body has the fuel it needs to maintain the energy-intensive process of digestion and cellular repair. This next herb has been hiding in plain sight for centuries, often mistaken for a common garden plant, but its leaves hold a secret for longevity. Number 13 is Gotu kola. Often called the herb of enlightenment, it is a favorite of yogis. In the wild, elephants are known to eat Gotu kola, and they are famous for their long lives and excellent memories. Gotu kola is unique because it supports the integrity of connective tissue. This includes the collagen in your skin, but also the structural integrity of your blood vessels and your intestinal wall. For those concerned about the thinning of tissues as they age, Gotu kola offers a natural way to support the body's scaffolding. And number 14, I saved this one because it might be the most important herb on this entire list for the modern world. It is ashitaba. The name literally means tomorrow's leaf, because if you pick a leaf today, a new one will grow back tomorrow. This Japanese plant contains a rare class of compounds called chalcones. These chalcones are being studied for their ability to stimulate autophagy, the body's natural housecleaning process, where it breaks down and recycles old, damaged cell parts. For the gut, this means ashitaba may help the lining of the digestive tract stay young and functional by clearing out cellular debris more efficiently. It's like having a dedicated crew of workers constantly renovating your internal systems. We've covered a lot of ground, but we can't talk about gut health without mentioning number 15, licorice root, specifically in its DGL or deglycerinated form. Traditional licorice root is a powerful anti-inflammatory, but it can sometimes raise blood pressure if used in large amounts. DGL has the part that affects blood pressure removed, leaving behind the soothing compounds that help the stomach lining produce the protective mucus it needs. It's one of the most effective natural ways to address the occasional heartburn or acid indigestion that becomes more common as we age. It's sweet, it's soothing, and it works almost instantly to coat and protect. Moving from the individual herbs to a legendary blend, number 16 is triphala. This is not one herb, but a combination of 3 fruits from India, amla, haritaki, and bibataki. Triphala is unique because it is considered a balanced formula suitable for almost everyone. It is a gentle bowel tonic. It doesn't work like a harsh laxative, but rather like a toner for the intestinal muscles. It helps the gut stay regular while also being incredibly high in vitamin C and antioxidants. In Ayurveda, they say that triphala can take care of you like a mother takes care of her child, gently nourishing and cleansing at the same time. But what if you need something specifically for the brain-gut connection? Number 17 is lion's mane. While technically a mushroom, it is often used alongside these herbs. Lion's mane looks like a cascading white waterfall and contains compounds called hericenones and erinacines. These have been shown to stimulate nerve growth factor, NGF. While much of the focus is on how this helps the brain, we must remember that the gut contains its own massive network of neurons, the enteric nervous system. By supporting nerve health, lion's mane helps ensure that the communication between your brain and your gut is clear and fast. Now, we must look at an herb that is often called southern ginseng. Number 18 is gynostemma, also known as jiaogulan. In certain regions of China, there are unusually high numbers of centenarians, and many of them credit their long lives to drinking gynostemma tea daily. It contains many of the same beneficial compounds as ginseng, but in a more balanced, yin form. It is an incredible adaptogen that helps regulate blood sugar and cholesterol levels already within a normal range. For the gut, it helps protect the delicate lining from oxidative stress. It has a slightly sweet, grassy taste that makes for a perfect evening ritual. The next herb on our list is a powerhouse for the modern woman and man. Number 19 is holy basil, also known as tulsi. In India, it is considered a sacred plant and is often grown in the courtyards of homes to purify the air and the spirit. Tulsi is a liquid yoga in tea form.
It is specifically effective at helping the body manage the physical and emotional effects of stress. From a gut perspective, tulsi has been shown to have anti-ulcer properties and can help reduce the amount of acid the stomach produces during times of high anxiety. The scent alone, a mix of clove, peppermint, and lemon, can immediately lower your heart rate and settle your stomach. Finally, we reach number 20, reishi. Known as the mushroom of immortality, reishi has been used for over 2,000 years to support longevity and a calm mind. In the context of gut health, reishi is a potent prebiotic, but it also helps modulate the immune system's inflammatory response. Many of the issues we face after 50 are due to an overactive immune system that begins to attack the body's own tissues. Reishi helps educate the immune cells, helping them distinguish between a true threat and the body's own lining. It is bitter and woody, usually taken as a powder or a tincture, and it provides a deep sense of grounding and resilience. You might be wondering how to start incorporating these into your life. You don't need to take all 20 at once. In fact, it's better to start with 1 or 2 that resonate with your specific needs. Perhaps you start your morning with a ginger and lemon tea, or you try a DGL tablet before your largest meal. The key is consistency and listening to your body. The thread that connects all these plants, from the forgotten marshmallow root to the sacred tulsi, is the idea that our bodies have an innate intelligence. As we age, we aren't breaking down. We are simply requiring a different kind of support. We are moving from the high-energy, high-growth phase of youth into a phase that requires more refinement, more protection, and more deliberate nourishment. By turning back to these ancient roots and leaves, we are reclaiming a piece of our heritage. We are choosing to support the gut lining, the very foundation of our health, so that we can continue to absorb the beauty and the nutrients of life for decades to come. It's about more than just avoiding discomfort. It's about thriving. It's about having the energy to play with your grandchildren, the clarity to write your stories, and the vitality to explore new horizons.
Taking control of your health naturally is one of the most empowering things you can do. It's a journey of rediscovery, finding what our ancestors knew and pairing it with the best of what we know today. These simple changes, these small additions of roots and herbs, can make a profound difference. You have the tools. The wisdom of the ages is at your fingertips, and your body is ready to respond. Here's to your health, your resilience, and your continued journey toward a vibrant, well-nourished life.